Hello, welcome to another edition of Victor, Football Predictor. Sorry. First of all, I want to apologize for not having a show the last few weeks. I've been kind of sick, not a lot of time. My bad. Anyway, I want to have a shout out to Penn State and congratulations for their straight out Big Ten title and a trip to the Rose Bowl. Won Big Ten right there. Although I'm a Nebraska fan, I have to give them props because, they're going to a BCS Bowl. That's huge. And congratulations, Joe Pa. Might be his last season. That's what I think. Also, did anybody see the Oklahoma-Texas Tech game? Incredible. I had no idea Oklahoma was that good, or that Texas Tech would screw up that bad on a national stage. Well, forget about last week. It's over. ACC Championship game. Boston College. Some big games this week. Going to start off with a surprisingly big game at this point of the season with Oregon State and Oregon. Got the Civil War out there in Oregon with a lot of impact in the BCS level. Remember that game a while ago with USC Oregon State? It had a huge impact. I picked it wrong. The Oregon State actually won. Now they're in a position with this game, if they win, they're going to the Rose Bowl to take on Penn State in their first ever BCS Bowl. Oregon can become the best friend of the USC Trojans if they pull off the upset and send USC to their consecutive BCS Bowl for a few years in a row. A big impact in this game is the amazing Oregon State running back is not going to play. I think that swings momentum in Oregon's direction. Oregon's won this last few years. Oregon wins. Next big game going to the ACC with Maryland and Boston College. This is actually a much bigger game for Boston College because if they win this, then they basically go to the ACC championship game because they'll be tied with Florida State, but they have the tiebreaker because they beat Florida State a while ago, 27-17. Maryland's not playing for much because if they do win and they tie with Florida State for the Atlantic Division, I believe, they lost. They got destroyed by Florida State, which means they're not going to make the title. They're pretty much done except for their bowl game. So, big game for Boston College. I think they realize that, come out strong, win this, go to the ACC. College wins. Next game, we're heading to the Big East, where Cincinnati, if they beat Syracuse, can go to a BCS Bowl. They could win the Big East with this win, because it's a last conference game. Next week they go out to Hawaii. So if they win this, it doesn't matter. West Virginia cannot catch them because they hold the tiebreaker. So Syracuse can play a huge spoiler in this one. And that could happen. Syracuse came off a huge win against Notre Dame. Can't believe they did that. But Cincinnati, I think they're going to keep their head straight. Even though I'm a Syracuse supporter, I think Cincinnati is going to come out, realize how close they are to a BCS game against most likely a non-BCS school like Boise State, and take care of business, beating Syracuse, and going to a BCS Bowl and winning the Big East. This game, not so much a big impact head-to-head, aside from the fact that it is a rivalry game with Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. This has bigger BCS implications. If Oklahoma loses, then Texas will go to the Big 12 championship game, most likely win and go to the national championship. If Oklahoma wins, then they will go to the Big 12 championship game, and because of just points from wins and the level of the win, it looks like they might jump Texas and just blow up the BCS computers by jumping them. Oklahoma State can kind of fix some problems the BCS has made by winning. Not going to happen. Oklahoma's psyched. Oklahoma wins. Also, I wanted to apologize for the lighting back there. I tried to make it brighter. Didn't work. It's kind of iffy. I'll work for it for next show. Anyway, last game, of course, is a Nebraska game, and not much bigger than they get with Colorado and Nebraska. If you're a Nebraska fan, you understand the level of hatred felt towards Colorado. Huge game in Lincoln. Nebraska's on a roll right now at 7-4. Can go 8-4. and possibly get a New Year's Day bowl the way Oklahoma's looking in the Gator Bowl. So, big game for many reasons. I think Nebraska crushes Colorado. Big win for the Big Red in Lincoln. Nebraska wins. Well, that's my show. I hope you like it. And as always, thank you for watching Victor, the Football Predictor. See you next time.